Tonight, a horror story out of Deakin University, local signs of Fishman, and an interview with one of his followers.
Good afternoon, this is Fugazi News with David and Aaron.
Up first, we take you to Deakin University, where horrific events have resulted in 2 dead. Leave reports live from the scene.
Joining you live from Deakin University, the scene of a horrific morning that has shaken the local community. A man in his 50s is in critical condition, and a woman in her 40s has passed away. Both ticket inspectors at the university. First responders arrived on the scene a little after 11 a.m., following a call made by a first-year student. The man was immediately transported to the Alfred, where he remains in stable condition. Unfortunately, the female was pronounced dead at the scene. Police declared a crime scene immediately. Many students and staff around the area at the time of the incident have been questioned. Detectives are treating this as foul play, with no suspects yet to be identified. Searches for a black Mazda 3 with a large dint in its front have commenced. The vehicle was reported by a student to be leaving the university with haste earlier. Anyone that has seen a car of this description in the eastern Melbourne area is urged to contact authorities. We'll have more for you soon after the Commissioner's press release. This is Levon Fitzgerald reporting for Fugazi News.
Thank you, Levon. Reports of a mysterious fish man have captivated the community. Liesl joins us live.
Hello, this is Liesl Patton with Fugazi News. Just in, members of the Deakin community have begun making reports of attacks near Gardeners Creek. Police have been unable to identify the perpetrator. The victims of these attacks have not sustained any serious injuries, but were instead subjected to relentless pelting with large clumps of mud. One student managed to capture video of the perpetrator wearing what appears to be a brown cloak with a fish mask obscuring the face. Locals have been dubbed this unknown crook as Fishman Jones. Members of the community have become divided as to how they feel about this peculiar character. One group of Deakin students have taken a keen interest in this marked menace, claiming them to be some kind of supernatural entity. Over the course of the past weeks, the students have begun leaving various religious offerings by the creek to, quote, temper the fury of the almighty scaled one. Back to you in the studio.
Joining us in the studio is one of Fishman's loyalists who have chosen to remain anonymous. Thank you for joining us.
Don't thank me. Thank the Fishman!
Well then, thank you, Fishman, I guess.
I suppose the question on everyone's mind is, what makes you and your peers so attracted to the Fishman?
Well, divinity is a very rare quality, and if you'd been in the Fishman's presence, you would understand.
Well, you are the president of the Fishman fan club. Tell us a little bit about this organization.
Well, it's not an organization, and even so, organization is a poor choice of words. This is a fraternity, a brotherhood of the enlightened, a school of fishmen. We gather regularly and we sing praise to Fishman. We give offering, we are at his command.
I'll have to pass on that. But should someone want to join, what would that look like?
Membership comes with a small price after candidates have been tested psychologically and physically and whether or not they can swim. We only ask for a small tithe of 20% of the paycheck that is held by the club.
I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap up. Is there anything else you would like to add?
You can find my upcoming podcast, False Prophets, Fear Fishman, on Patreon for $12 a month.
I reckon I'd subscribe. Now, tell us, are there any plans for an OnlyFins?
I've never even thought of OnlyFins. That's such a good idea. I love scales and I love slime and I love fish. Oh my goodness. Do you think you can help me with that?
I'm afraid not.
What? Thank you for sharing your unique perspective with us.
And now to the weather. Today we see a cold top of 19 and a low of 14 with some light drizzle. Thursday it's cloudy with a high of 19 and a low of 11. Friday, I would pack your sunscreen as it starts to get warmer, with a high of 27 and a low of 15. Saturday will be cloudy, but not without a chance of meatballs. It gets warmer still, with a high of 28 and a low of 16. And then bringing the week to an end, Sunday begins to cool down once more, with a high of 23 and a low of 15.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Fugazi News with Aaron and David.